Welcome back. If you haven't watched my first video, this is a 3-part series where I recap murder drones, and this episode is episode 5 and 6. Since the last video, I've rewatched the series again, so expect more accuracy. Anyways, let's just get into it. Episode 5. Episode 5 starts with the zombie drones tape from episode 4. Before a bit of violent activities, we see N reading some cute books about dogs. He talks about golden retrievers, which won't have minor importance at all, I'm sure. Then while he's casually reading, what seems to be a demonic creature is urging him to enter the basement, but he ain't having none of that. He then goes to the bar area, which is being run by Sin, previously shown in episode 2. She is one of the sweetest characters in the series, having a voice I thought was AI because of the incredible voice actor and her ultimate universe-destroying powers. She wants to attend the gala of the mansion they reside, but N knows they aren't allowed, but since he's so gosh darn nice, he decides to ask anyway. N and Sin are in the gala area, where our previously introduced, newly reintroduced character Tessa is. She is chatting with Jay until she sees N, which she is very happy to see. While Tessa is overreacting to one robot, he notices the window fogging with poorly spelled ominous message, until Tessa sees Sin, which she is not very happy to see. Neither are her parents, which want them gone. Sin disagrees though, but to save Sin, N takes default for her, because he's so gosh darn nice. Anyways, N is being eaten by birds, and as a last-ditch effort, he calls his supposed savior Dark X Wolf 17. She made the tag when she was 8, shut up. Back with Tessa, she wants to get the door open to save N, with Jay and Sin being no help. Tessa tries to scold Sin, but
You will not have to discard your pets, and I will not discard you. Best stay away from the gala, though. You seem squeamish.
it didn't work. Uzi has taken over a bird, and while trying to explain what's happening to N, it is revealed that Uzi is controlling their minds and going through their memories to try to figure out Sin lore. N brings Uzi to the mansion, where they find V knocked out next to the basement door, and that Jay has a key too. And don't mind V's claws. Tessa and Jay are sneaking upstairs, while Tessa finds a sword and Jay finding a gun, where they mix and match, before being interrupted by N, Uzi, and V. V is in an eldritch form, so N and Uzi take the basement key, while Jay and Tessa deal with V. Sin is now inside the gala and interrupts the mood, before Tessa and Jay burst in, but it's too late, because Sin is about to... Sin is about to murder everyone, and she goes full eldritch. As you can see, Jay and Tessa did a bad job stopping V, because right as they are unlocking the basement, V is after them, and right as they try and enter the basement, they get snuck upon by Sin. Birdsey gets slapped, but she takes control of the solver. And as they go into the basement to investigate, inside the basement, they find a whole bunch of creepy stuff that Sin was doing while trapped in there. Before Dole breaks into Uzi's room, trying to steal that bug that she got in episode 4, meaning that Sin has gained control back of her body, and N is trapped with her. By the way, editing me here, I got those two events mixed up. The gala incident happens after the Birdsey gets slapped incident. Uzi and Doll are continuing their fight, using their solvers for the bug, ending with Uzi giving Doll the bug to save N. The solver is trying to remove the memories from N's mind, but since she can't pick up the little pointy memory remover, she gets V to do it for her. N helps V pick it up after she fails, because he's so gosh darn nice. But before at the last moment, Uzi takes back control of Sin, and due to the solver never wiping out the memories in the past, N and V remember it in the future, and they now regain their memories from the current time, which N is thankful for, but V doesn't like Uzi playing around in her minds. The next scene is more important than you think. N and V are rebooting, but the solver logo on them turns from yellow to purple, meaning that Uzi now has control over them in the same way that Sin did. And not Sin. Anyways, V is about to chainsaw Uzi, a hard cut to Cabin Fever Lab. Doll gives the bug to current time Tessa and Jay, wanting to go with them, but Tessa shoots Doll as a test and tells her to come, before realizing Uzi, V, and N are also there, and... This episode is hated by the community, which I honestly didn't see. I love the animation, the story is nice, and I love the idea of a backstory episode, but that's just my opinion. Now, time to continue on the current timeline with episode 6. This episode starts off showing off the new enemy, Sentinels, aka Dino Boys, and they have the power to boot loop the drones with their camera flashes, which may or may not be a threat. Anyways, back to our main squad. Tessa and N finally reunite, and Tessa is very excited to see him again, forgetting that the air is toxic to humans. And also, Uzi is not happy about because she's in danger, but because kill all humans and stuff. Doll uses her solver to take back the bug, and she starts going down the systems alone. Everyone is running after Doll, shooting her, trying to take back that bug, but Doll makes it down the systems. Tessa explains that they need to destroy the lab to stop Sin, but they need to get in through a secret elevator, and she sends off Jay to get their ship. Uzi wants to know what's happening to Doll and herself, which Tessa explains has to do with the virus humans gave to her mom. After Omnidus tests her potential foreshadowing, they all jump down into the labs. They start looking for the elevator and find a room which is a mess, and they realize someone is down there with them that is built to destroy the drones, and then they realize that the elevator is labeled. Good job, N. And Tessa's being captured. Oh my gosh. They chase after her, seeing a baby drone, where N does the only appropriate response.
Shoot the baby immediately.
But it escapes, which leads to them being knocked out by this girl named Alice. She's a worker drone somehow related to Nori, and she wants violence. She reveals that she's done this many times, and that Nori left them to die. Wonder what that means. Meanwhile with Nessa, Bo, the baby robot from earlier, is trying his best to be helpful and dismantle N, but he's a disassembly drone, so he needs to destroy the core, which N stopped being so gosh darn nice. Luckily for him, Alice calls Bo in to get her more magnets, where Tessa learns the code to the door, and she saves N and herself. Tessan is escaping. Alice is being a bit mean to Uzi, stabbing her hand and cutting off her finger. And is that V having remorse? Haven't seen that yet. Anyway, Bo gets back to the room, but Tessana has escaped, so Bo has to go out and find them. They go to a computer, look at Earth, and while this is going on, Alice and Bo close the exits and let the Sentinels out onto Nessa. And to save them, Uzi starts using her solver, but something is wrong. It's not purple, it's yellow. Back with Tensa, it's shown that the Earth is totally destroyed, and how they spread the solver virus among drone. And if Uzi isn't killed, then the universe could be destroyed due to Sin having control of Uzi. Before N can do anything, a Sentinel ambushes him, where the Sentinel boot loops N and is about to eat him, while Uzi has to watch. Uzi is trying to use her solver to stop it. All it does is make it more messy, and Bill realizes, but he doesn't snitch. Tessa is trying to save N, and she tries to tame the Sentinel, but it did not work. It just bit her hand, which luckily shut it down, but that means she's getting swarmed, and is about to be eaten. But luckily, Uzi, while being controlled by the solver, destroys a hole through the wall, leading the Sentinels into Alice and Bo's safe room, which is also where V and Uzi are, so it's not as good a situation as we wanted. Alice in Wonderland tries to save herself, but it's no use because she gets sentineled, but Bo is alive, but he has to sacrifice himself to save V. V is hiding from two sentinels, and she's trying to save Uzi, but she gets cornered, and she has one option, fight. But she gets saved. V meets up with Tessa and N, and V wants to get out of there, which is understandable, wimp. Uzi wakes up though, and hugs N, unknowing that he kinda has to kill her. The sentinel that got destroyed by Tessa wakes up, and starts looking around for the group, which they are hiding up high, and V tries to shoot the sentinel, while Newsy talk using their visors to spell out the words, which is honestly so cool. I love the scene, and the sentinel runs away before V can shoot it. They jump down, and there it is, the secret elevator. And also Doll got sentineled while holding the bug, so they can just go get it, right? No, it's obviously a trap, so Uzi tries to use her sulfur, but gets stopped by Envy, but it doesn't matter anyway because Tessa ran ahead and grabbed the bug. V gets her guns, and he starts slowly walking to the elevator, and it's time for the iconic scene. Anyways, after this nice lovey-dovey moment, what do you know, Doll is actually fine, and she goes down the elevator, but not without making it a pain for a group, by letting loose a whole bunch of sentinels. Luckily, Tessa is still being fairly human, and it doesn't work against the sentinel. Uzi uses her solver against the elevator wall, but he goes null again, and the solver is taking more control. The red sentinel is also growing more powerful, and uses the drone arm to shoot a bullet at Tessa, but don't worry, V is literally awesome, so it's fine. Uzi's solver is getting out of control, so N chops off her hand to save her. He brings her inside the elevator, and it starts going down, but V is still fighting off the sentinel. V and the sentinel have a fair fight, but V has glasses, so she can't get boot loops, and she is about to kill the sentinel before... The elevator's starting to go back up, and more Sentinels are about to come. Everyone is going to die if nobody does anything, so V makes sure that Uzi knows she trusts her, and...
V, please!
V gets killed by the Sentinels. You know, when I started the series, I always hated V, but now that I'm rewatching it, she's such a good character. She's funny, she has a good plot, and sacrificed herself to save the people she was trying to kill. And also, remember that this is being written before the finale is released, so don't call yourself like, well, that aged well if V comes back. Now, there's 2 episodes left, episodes 7 and 8. Expect that final part of the series sometime after episode 8. Thank you all for watching, and keep on disassembling those drones.